we have launched what we call the Kenya we want.
Yeah.
And we are saying the Kenya we want because this, what we are going through now as a country, is not the Kenya we want. It is not the Kenya that is enshrined in our constitution. And we have actually taken time to listen to the leaders, the women leaders that were here, to listen to what they have to say from where they are coming from. And interestingly, what the challenges that a woman is facing in Nyamira County is the same challenge that a woman in Isiolo County is experiencing.
Yes.
The challenge that a woman is going through in Mombasa County is the same challenge that a woman is going through in Nyandarua County. So we are saying, as women leaders, we are going to have conversations with our other female leaders who are back there at home, because our target is 7 million. 7 women, 7 million strong. 7 million women are going to have a conversation guided by the Jubilee women leadership, and we will do these conversations each and every corner. We are going to do conversations with the women in the marketplaces. We are going to do these conversations with women in churches and mosques. We are going to do conversations with even the young ladies who are in universities and they are going through their own challenges. We are going to have a conversation with widows. Widows are suffering because they have no proper source of income. So we are going to have a conversation with them. We are going to have conversation with women pensioners.
Yes.
We are going to have a conversation with women who are teachers because they are also going through their own challenges. We are going to have a conversation with women who are actually engaged in small businesses and they are suffering because of all this taxation and all this suffering that this country, this current regime has actually contributed to this pain that we are going through. So we are saying we have just started this journey. We have started this journey and watch this space.
Yes.
Watch this space. Watch this space. Because the women who are watching us on TV, they're listening to us on radio, we are coming to where you are. Where you are, we are going to have this conversation. And that's why we have launched it as the 7 million strong, the Kenya we want. The Kenya we want is the Kenya where our children can remain in school.
Yes.
The Kenya we want is the Kenya where the university model would make sense. The Kenya we want is one where a woman will not be scared because she has to go to hospital and deliver, but she will go knowing very well that it is covered. The Kenya we want is the Kenya where our young people will have the hope that they can wake up in the morning, not to sit at home and chew mogoka and all those vices, but they will wake up in the morning knowing they can go to work and they can get a decent job. Yes. That is the Kenya we want. And that is the conversation we have started. And we are going to reach 7 million. And as I said, that is just the minimum. 7 million Kenyans, 7 million women, those are the ones that we are targeting.
The Kenya we want is safe spaces for our children. The Kenya we want is safe spaces for our women, whether they are women of disability, women who are doing their ordinary businesses, mama mboga, whether it's women farmers in the grassroots. The Kenya we want is safe spaces. What we are seeing now is that our country is descending into violence. We are having a state of anarchy. Leaders have lost the moral sense that we all belong to one Kenya. We don't belong to several Kenyas. It's just one Kenya. And the Kenya we want is a Kenya that we can be able to speak our mind. And we know that this Kenya is not possible until we elect one leader that we believe is a man of integrity, a man who is inspired by doing the work. And we know that Mr. Fix-It is none other than Fred Matiang'i. Nataka kuongea kwa Kiswahili kidogo kwa sababu sisi kama kina mama wa mashinani tunajua ile Kenya tulihaidiwa haikutokea. Tuliambiwa tutapatiwa pesa mfukoni, pesa mingi mfukoni. Siku hizi tuko na fuliza ndio zimejaa kwa masimu yetu. Hiyo sio ile Kenya tunataka. Tuliahidiwa kila mama mkulima atapatiwa trakta ya kulima. Tuliambiwa majembe tutasahau. Hiyo sio Kenya tuko nayo saa hii. Ile Kenya tunataka ni Kenya kiongozi akiongea kitu, when a leader promises you something, we know that that something will be done. And we know that that is only Mr. Fix-It who can do it. Yes. And therefore hizi vikao za kina mama, tunasema tuko na vikao za kina mama, vikao na mama, the Kenya we want caravan, itaanza safari kutoka hapa Jubilee House headquarters na mtatuona kwa mashinani. 7 million strong. 7 million strong. Thank you very much.
Tumehaidiwa mambo mingi sana na hakuna mambo imeendelea. Imekuwa 0%, from 0 to 0. Misho yetu kupata huduma sisi kama wamama, misho ni His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta. Yes. Ndio ilikuwa misho, sababu tulikuwa napata linda mama, tulikuwa napata beyond zero, watoto afya. Kwa sasa tumeahidiwa vitu mingi. Wamama mboga wamesema wheelbarrow, hakuna kitu imetendeka. Tunasema kutoka Uhuru tunataka president wa 6, tunataka Fred Matiang'i, na tunajua ile kazi amefanya kwa serikali. Wakati amepelekwa education, wakati amepelekwa security, ile kazi alikuwa anafanyia sisi. Sisi kutoka Mandera tunaishi na border 3 triangle. Akitembea huko tulikuwa napata security yetu iko stable. Wakati Fred alikuwa ameshikilia. Na sasa tunataka ile kazi mema alifanyia sisi akiwa waziri, afanye kama president. Tuungane, tupatie voters yetu kama sisi wa mama kutoka mashinani, tulete Fred Matiang'i kama president wa 6 kwa State House.
Today we've had our inaugural meeting on the Kenya we want. The Kenya we want means justice for all, services for all women. It is unheard of that in certain counties, referral hospitals have been closed. It is unheard of that women are held hostage in hospitals because they went to give life and are now held hostage. It is not acceptable in this Kenya that street families are on the rise. It is not acceptable that child labor is on the rise. It is not acceptable that diseases that had been almost wiped out in previous governments are now back at almost 100%. It is not acceptable that our children will miss going to schools because they do not have access to sanitary pads. These injustices reflect the Kenya today. When we take a look at the amount of violence that is going on in the meetings, state-sponsored violence, it is completely unacceptable. It shows the lack of respect for women of this country. It shows that there is no space for the voice of the woman in Kenya. And our voice is very strong. We are the wives, we are the sisters, we are the mothers, we are the aunties and the grandmothers to all our leaders who now have chosen not to represent the interests of the citizens of Kenya who elected them. It appears that governance is not an issue within this country that will be accepted anymore. That we can propose to change the constitution at will. If we cannot follow the current constitution, why would we imagine that any other that would be introduced would be followed? We have rights as Kenyans. We have a Bill of Rights. We want those respected. We have met as women from all over Kenya today to discuss the kind of country that we want to live in. And we are unanimous that the way Kenya is going right now is not the Kenya we want. We want a Kenya where we have access to education, that democracy is respected, that we have security, that we are able to access healthcare and services to every single Kenyan. This affects not only women, but every single mwananchi in Kenya. We are here as women because we speak on behalf of every single woman. We speak on behalf of our family members. It is not sufficient that just because one has a position in government, they imagine they speak for a region. The suffering is across all of Kenya. And we as women have agreed and decided that the Kenya we want is one that allows us to have Linda Mama, access to healthcare, and peace. Because without peace, which is the single most important thing for all of us women, we cannot afford to not have women in leadership. We have a 2/3 gender constitution. How will we vie as women candidates if going to a meeting means that we come out with a broken arm, that we come out short? We are the mothers who have given birth to these youth in this country. This Kenya, the Kenya we want, 7 million women strong, we are coming to have that conversation all over. Thank you.